Hi there, and welcome to your pick a card reading. Today we're going to do something a little more specific for a specific group of people. So this reading will only be for singles. And not just for singles, but the type of singles that aren't crushing on anyone, that aren't longing or yearning for their ex. So basically singles with a totally clean slate that are looking for a relationship with someone new, and not looking back at someone or wanting to get back with someone. So just a totally clean slate. Okay, so you're going to choose between one of these three cards, and to make it easier, I have randomly selected 3 words for each card. So the first one is friend, the second is always, and the third is gentle. Whichever one caught your eye, select that one. I'm going to give you a moment so that you can select which group you connect to. The timestamps will be down in the description box below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hey Group 1, welcome to your reading. So let us find out, why haven't you met your true love, your soulmate, your the one? So you got Wheel of the Year, Victim Consciousness. Okay, so it feels like, let me show you guys the cards close up. So it feels like, because you got the word friend here, this doesn't have to do with your soulmate. This could be about you. And because of the victim consciousness and the Wheel of the Year, this is saying that year round, you possibly aren't even being a friend to yourself. You're constantly possibly in this state of mind where it's low vibrational, and until you pick yourself up and function on a more higher frequency, that doesn't mean you always have to be happy, because you don't want to be fake, right? You don't want to pretend you're happy. But it means trying to look on the brighter side, trying to have hope, trying to see beyond your circumstances, right? Seeing things in a more positive way, basically shifting your perception and how you perceive and see things. Okay, so even if things are failing in your life, don't try to see it as you failing at life in general, or that things will never be better, but shift your perception and see it as the universe guiding you into something better. Maybe the things that are failing because they aren't meant for you. Or maybe it's you that is sabotaging those things in your life, because you're constantly choosing to see things in a negative way, right? So maybe people that are leaving you and that are basically good people in your life, are leaving because they always see you in this pessimistic behavior, right? Maybe they talk about something, about life or a movie they've seen or something, and then you come with this negative way of seeing it and they can't handle it anymore, right? So try to observe and notice what you're doing, how you're behaving, even the words and thoughts you're thinking of in your own mind about yourself or about your life. As soon as you pick up that you're being negative about something, try to equal it out, try to twist it around, and quickly think of something positive regarding of whatever the topic is at hand. Okay, so imagine if this perfect person walked into your life, whether it was a guy, a girl, whoever, they walk into your life. You would be sabotaging that relationship from the start, right? They wouldn't maybe even want to date you, let alone be with you forever. Because you're the one that's constantly seeing everything pessimistic way, right? And even if you think, yeah, but if I had them, then things would be better. But you can't see it as that, because then you're depending on them to make everything okay, to make you happy, to put some magic and excitement to your life. So what happens if they leave? You're going down on a negative platform again, right? So you have to find the happiness, the joy, the excitement within yourself, within your own life, so that when this person walks into your life, they see you as a whole and they want to be with you, because they are going to see just how incredible you are, right? How happy you are, how complete you are within yourself, and that is what is going to be so attractive to them about you. No one wants to come into a relationship having to be a babysitter or someone that gives this person you a makeover, or someone that you're going to be so dependent on, right? Everyone wants someone who knows how to be whole in their own little world as themselves, right? That have confidence, that have everything they need as their own little country, right? So that they can depend on themselves. They can be this magical, exciting, happy person they are. And like I said, you don't have to be happy all the time, but you should depend on yourself to make things better. And that is attractive to other people, because then other people will see that you won't depend on them all the time, right? Because then you're going to be leeching off their energy and they won't have them to themselves sometimes. So let's see what else the cards say. Okay, so for you guys, what the cards are saying here is that you haven't met the one yet because you aren't whole within yourself, right? So the Queen of Cups is someone that has total emotional control on all her emotions. She knows how to act and react at different situations, right? She has the strength within her, right? And because of the full moon here, she's complete. She is everything she needs within herself. So this isn't a person let's say if this reading is for someone that is looking for a man, right? This isn't a person that needs a man. It's someone who wants a man, right? Or someone that doesn't need a woman, but someone who wants a woman, right? It's not about needing someone to complete you or to make things better in your life, or right? You're not looking for a servant. You want someone that, especially that forever person, because you want to share what you already have, right? Your own island that has so much resources, so much love, so much to give, and you're just looking for that right person that you want to share those resources with, right? And you want someone that is willing to share their little island with you, right? You aren't being grateful for what you have in your life. You're constantly looking at what you're lacking. You're always in that mind state of, trying to go for the next thing. And even this doesn't have to be people that are, financially struggling. Maybe you have like a lot in your life. Maybe you have a great home and great friends and everything, but it's like you're not even grateful for what you have. You're always seeking more and more and more, right? And even if you are struggling, don't just look at what you lack, but be grateful for the blessings in your life that you do have. It's like you always seem to be crying about something, always maybe whining about something, or maybe you had your heart broken before and you're still struggling with that. Maybe that's why you have this victim conscious state of mind right now, because you have gone through something. But the point of it is to heal. Don't jump from one person to the other, because you'll only carry the baggage from your previous relationship to a new one. And if this person is your soulmate, you're going to sabotage the relationship and end up maybe down the line going for someone just to settle, instead of having that great love that you deserve. And you end up doing that to yourself because you haven't healed from what was before. It doesn't even have to be a past relationship. It could be a childhood trauma. It could be a troubling relationship with a parent or a family member, right? Healing that. Even if you can't see eye to eye, stating how you feel, how you felt, and what they put you through, right? Telling them and talking to them about it will at least heal you on the inside, so that you can move on, because you stated your piece. If they can't see how you felt, if they, are narcissists and gaslighters and, people that just can't ever be on your level, that's okay. That is their problem, okay? They are going to have to deal with that for the rest of their life. But at least you stated your truth. You stated how you felt, how they made you feel, what they put you through, and then you can move on. Okay, you don't need closure where they see eye to eye and they say sorry. Okay, your closure is just releasing everything you had bottled up in you and moving on, cleansing. Maybe purge things from your past, purge things to let go, to release that energy, so that you can move forward and welcome new opportunities, okay? Now, the reason why I put the Magician card upside down is because it felt like, because um, of this behavior and this pattern that you're going through now, you aren't manifesting what you need in life. You have the ability to get everything you want. The universe receives your energy, right? So imagine if you had a child, right? You created that child, and everything they do, everything they think, every behavior of theirs comes back to you, right? So even if they aren't living in your home anymore, even if they're out in the world somewhere, everything they do, think, feel, whatever, comes to you, right? That energy comes to you. Wouldn't you not want them to do bad, to, to get bad energy, because then you're the one getting it too, right? So the universe feels what you are putting out, what you feel, right? So of course the universe wants to be successful. The universe wants to feel great and wants to feel love. And that's why they want and have your best interests at heart, right? So the universe doesn't want to give you a bad life, right? It wants the best for you. And because of that, it's not going to put you through hell just because, right? Of course, there are challenges in our path in order to help us evolve. But it always still wants your best, because then it feels its best, okay? So the universe gives you the tools and the ability and the brain, right? The consciousness to do better. But it's up to you to use those tools. And because of this mind state, because of focusing on lack, because of not healing your past or your past relationships or whatever it is, other relationships that you need to heal, because you're not doing that, then you're not manifesting with the tools you have at hand. Okay, you are currently, as the Two of Swords here, you're currently blindfolded. You do have opportunities. Two of Swords represents, two paths, two options to go through. So you can choose to constantly be in this state of mind, always in this low frequency and settling for someone eventually and not being happy. Or you can be your own friend, be the best friend that you can be. Whatever you're looking for in a true friend, in a true partnership, be that. Of course, it's going to be a little challenging and hard because we are our worst critics. We can be our worst enemies, but a little, a day, maybe every morning while you're brushing your teeth, look in the mirror and find things that you love about yourself, right? Look at your own reflection in the mirror and think of 3 things that you really love about yourself. And do this every single morning. Just looking at yourself in your eyes, look at your hair, look at your skin, look at, just any feature of yours, or even your personality traits, right? Just while you're brushing your teeth or putting on your, even at night, right? If you're putting on your face cream or shaving or whatever you're doing, just think of 3 things that you really love about yourself. And tell yourself, okay? Speak to yourself as you're looking at your own reflection, how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, how you're proud of yourself, of the things you achieved. Even if it feels silly, even if you don't believe it right now, just keep doing this, okay? Because this is going to rewire your brain. The more you hear these things, the more you say these things about yourself, eventually your brain is going to start believing it. And you're going to gain that confidence. Because your brain is like a muscle, right? It doesn't know past from the future. It doesn't know fantasy from reality. Like, it doesn't know any of these things. It's you that creates that, reality, that puts these things out there and creates it, or it manifests it. So do this on a daily basis to gain that confidence, to be able to move forward. And I just noticed what's interesting here. With the Two of Swords, there's a full moon here, just as there is in the Queen of Cups, right? On one side is the full moon, on the other side there's nothing, just darkness, right? There's light here, but just darkness on this side. So this is telling you that you have 2 sides to choose, right? One side is this Queen of Cups, someone who is emotionally wise, emotionally fulfilled, that knows how to control their emotions. But then the other side is this emptiness, this lacking. Okay, so it's up to you to choose which side do you prefer to live on. One will give you the stability and the comfort and the happiness that you want and deserve, but the other side is just going to always be lacking. So once you change how you see the world, how you see yourself, that is going to shift your reality, and it's going to change your life experiences. Because how you perceive things is how you will experience them. Okay? So I'd like to see how you can change things. Let's see what you can do, like another step aside from this, what else you can do to try to basically attract your soulmate, okay? Okay, so you guys got family connections. Like I said, maybe some of you need to heal relationships that you have within the family. And the other is clear your mind. Be present, focus, embrace. Exactly. So with the be present part of it, like I said, don't think about what was or what could be, or always be in the moment, because that's the state of mind where you will feel grateful for what you have, where you will prefer quality over quantity, right? Always be present. And it just feels with how these cards look similar, as if the area is similar, the people and everything, it literally feels like a community, like a family thing, right? So maybe there are really bonds within your family that are making you sabotage your relationships, right? So maybe if someone has, mommy issues or daddy issues, or maybe you resent someone in your family for something, maybe the way you grew up. It doesn't even have to be something traumatic, but just, maybe they didn't allow you, or maybe they were overly protective of you, and that's why, you couldn't experience everything you wanted to experience as a child or as a teen. That's why now you're, maybe a little crazy and, jump from one person to another, or you overindulge in certain things, or maybe you partake in substance abuse of some kind. Whatever it is, there is healing that needs to happen here in order for your future relationships, even with friends, to truly be healthy and beneficial for you. Because someone, for instance, for example, for a female, if she didn't grow up with a father in the household, she doesn't have a foundation of what she needs to look for in a man. So she's going to fall for anyone maybe that says a nice word to her, that has a nice smile, she's going to fall for that without knowing how to judge men for herself, to know, what she deserves or what she needs, or is this the right person for me? And maybe she constantly, gets men that leave her, that abandon her, that maybe even abuse her in some way, right? Because she didn't have that foundation to see what a man is, what he should be. Even if the father is present in the home and maybe isn't a great husband to her mother, she at least will know what signs to look for, right? Of course, some fall into the trap of finding the same type of guy as the father was, because they may not feel worthy of having more, right? Because they've seen what the mother went through, and they somehow in their subconscious mind think, okay, this is what I deserve, right? So you need to observe your thoughts and the way you were brought up. For a male, let's say, if he didn't have a father in the home, then he will be a lot more sensitive, right? Because he grew up with just the nurturing side, right? The mother is a nurturer. So because he didn't grow up seeing what masculinity is, he's going to be a little more sensitive inside himself, right? For a female that maybe didn't have a mother in the home, she didn't maybe grow up with a full nurturing side. Maybe she is more of a tomboy, right? Maybe she needs to be more connected with her feminine side, right? Maybe she lacks that. So there's always these things that we lack or that we may resent because of how we grew up. Okay, it's all psychological. Maybe your parents didn't do a great job because maybe they married too young, or maybe they weren't as parental, and maybe they were more passive and allowed you everything because they didn't maybe they weren't ready as parents, right, or to be parents. So there's a lot you can learn about yourself through the way you grew up, and maybe the reason why you have the relationships you had in your life, with romantic partners, is because of something you lack or something that you weren't shown in your childhood. Okay, so those are the things maybe that you need to heal. Okay, so how can you manifest the soulmate? Aurora Garden, beginning, initiate, origin. Okay, so you guys need to start. This is your initiation, okay? This is calling you to start making that change. It could be hard. It could be, especially if you're healing something that may be traumatic or tragic, or, something that truly scarred you for some reason. It can be hard, but that is why it is an initiation, okay? Initiations aren't easy, but at least you are healing yourself to be better and to provide a more stable and healthy relationship for your future, okay? And the origin part of this card tells me that there is something from the beginning, maybe something from your family line, from your childhood or something that stems, right, that these unhealthy relationships and this unhealthy mind state stems from. So there is healing that you need to do. So let's see your advice card here. Learn. Take a lesson from the owls. Deeply observe the night, and you'll become a little wiser in the day. It's interesting because you have a lot of night cards here. So you need to learn, okay? You need to take a step back and observe how you grew up, what happened. Why do you choose the same type of people? Why did your previous relationships not survive? And don't always blame the other person, because even if they had their own issues and even if they brought on this, end of the relationship, I'm pretty sure there were things that you also were responsible for, right? So don't just blame someone else. Truly look within. Think back. Study the signs. Study your behavior. And from this, you will learn on what it is you need to change, what it is you need to heal, and how you can finally, release all this and move forward. Okay, so take some time to heal, to reflect on yourself and your life and your behavior, and see what needs to change, how you can change your perception, your perspective on things, okay? And you'll move on from there. Remember to become your own best friend, because that is going to be attractive to whoever comes your way. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Group 1. I really hope you enjoy this. I wish you the best of luck. I wish for all of you to have the most amazing and honest, loyal relationships that you can. But remember that it all starts with you. How you treat yourself, how you allow others to treat you, and how you see the world and your life and yourself. Okay? So I'll see you guys next time. Hello group 2 and welcome to your reading. So you got always. We'll see how this connects with your cards later, if it does. So why haven't you met your soulmate yet? Voice of the wind. Sadness. I feel like for some of you this could be that you're sad maybe because of a previous relationship that ended. This could be one of those things where you feel that maybe you don't deserve someone special, that you aren't worthy of that kind of intense and genuine love, maybe because of the way others have treated you in the past. So I'd like to see what else we get. Yeah, something keeps you up at night. Something. It really feels like something from the past. These past relationships, or it's like something is worrying you for some reason. It feels like there is so much worry, so much anxiety, or something that really is bothering you deep down. These colors are perfect for you because I feel like there's so much, blue, so much rainy weather within you, so much clouds. This could have been a relationship where maybe someone was very controlling towards you, and they were maybe emotionally or mentally abusive. Maybe they never hurt you physically, but it just feels like there's this mental belief within you that keeps you up at night, that basically puts fear in you. But with the Six of Wands, I'm receiving like a message where it's like someone is saying that there is so much that you should be celebrating, because whatever has been said or done to you isn't a reflection of who you are, but a reflection of them. They were the problem. They're the ones that are mentally unstable. They're the ones that are toxic. There's nothing wrong with you. It's like you were brought to feel like you were less than for some reason. And with the Eight of Swords, it feels like this is something you need to move away from. This is something that this mind state is something you need to get out of. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Chariot. It's interesting because the group 1 had, I believe, the Two of Swords, which also speaks of two paths in a way to choose. So the Chariot here reminds you that you do have opportunities, you do have solutions for this. You are not stuck. This isn't a hopeless case. And even if you think that maybe, that maybe you'll always be alone just because of the way you've been mistreated or maybe brought up to be or to feel less than or not worthy, know that it's never too late. Okay, it's never too late to find your perfect someone. And perfect in general doesn't exist, but it does for individuals, right? Because the reason why perfect doesn't exist because everyone has a different outlook, right? A different perspective. What someone finds beautiful, someone else may not. What someone finds, someone's happiness doesn't look like someone else's happiness, right? So in general, perfect doesn't exist, but it does for individuals, right? So you can find your perfect soulmate, the one person, right? But you need to choose a path. Okay, don't wallow in your grief anymore. Don't spend time in this fear and sadness for too long. If something happened recently, it's of course, you need to get those emotions out. But if you have been in this state of mind for so long now, it's not healthy anymore. Okay, you need to move past this. Think about the perfect person coming into your life right now when you're, this sad or depressed or feeling unworthy. You're bringing someone in to basically be a miracle worker, right? To fix you. But that's not the point of them. Finding your soulmate is about sharing something you already have. But if you're depleted and all you have is sadness, then what greatness can they get from you? Right? You need to be whole. So let's see what it is that you need to heal right now. Okay, so you guys got notice the signs, investigate symbols, nature spirits, and nature spirits, elves, fairies, rock formations. Okay, I'm starting to get a bigger picture here because it feels like this system has you feeling really low. There is magic within you that you have abandoned maybe from your childhood because you were, you grew up and you were encouraged to be a responsible adult and everything, and you abandoned your carefree and, wanderlust sort of ways about yourself. And this is why maybe your relationships have failed, that why you're always sad, because you're lacking this magic that you once had. This is just incredible. The previous group had two cards relating to family and community that literally looked side by side. They looked like they were from like the same environment and the same group of people, and now you have it too. All this greenery and everything, this feels like one image in a way. You need to connect, okay? You need to connect with yourself. And with this always word that you've chosen, I feel like this connects with your cards because it feels like this magic, these nature spirits that you once believed in, that you once ran through the forest to chase, to see, to experience, they are always still with you. You haven't lost these ways. This is still inside of you. You just need to remove the clutter. You need to remove this sadness, this depression. This is who you were meant to be. This person who believes in a magic, who's carefree, who can, who's great at imagining things, who's great at daydreaming. This is who you're meant to be. And I think you may have been choosing partners that are more into like more engraved into the system. And even if they never abused you, or like mentally, emotionally, or physically, maybe they were just, good people, but you still felt sad being around them. It's because they are too ingrained in the system and the mainstream, and being part of the physical world, while you you're born to be something else. You're born to be part of nature, of the magic that lurks within nature. I think you once strongly believed in elves and mermaids and fairies and these amazing things, and you abandoned that. You probably drew them. You probably played with your friends, or even alone, walking by streams and just imagining, fairies flying around the trees, and all these creatures that lived among these environments. And those aren't childish things to think about. Remember that imagination is greater than intelligence, because with imagination you can create so much. Everything starts with imagination, right? Whether, even if it's not creative things, right? Phones, electricity, it all started with imagining it, with creating it in the mind, right? Imagination, that is more powerful than just being intelligent. Intelligence doesn't create. Intelligence can maybe imitate, but it doesn't create. And that's why you need imagination. So it's not childish to be carefree, to wonder, to imagine, to daydream. Those aren't childish things. Those things are something that comes from your soul. Maybe your soul doesn't come from a human existence. Maybe your soul comes from a different dimension. Maybe it comes from a world where elves and mermaids and fairies live. And you need to find someone, and someone will find you and come across your way, that believes in these things too, that is full of magic, someone who you feel maybe stepped out of another dimension and is your soulmate. Okay, so don't feel sad or depressed or unworthy. You have been living in this system, this mainstream system, for too long, and it has been damaging to your soul. But there are things with the Six of Wands, there are things to celebrate, because you're meant for more than just the mundane. Okay? They're always with you. So let's see how you can meet your soulmate, how you can manifest them and bring them closer to you. Healing the earth, love, humility, and respect. How beautiful is that? Okay, another card fell out here. Is insight. Magical tools, writing, starcrafting. Okay, I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, so with your first card, healing the earth. Remember that healing starts from within you, okay? Once you heal yourself, then you can heal others, right? An empty cup cannot give to another cup if it's empty, okay? So you need to be full, you need to be complete, just as the planet is here, just like these signs are here, okay? So you need to be complete within yourself first, before you can heal others. But imagine your temple, your body, as the earth itself, okay? You need to heal that temple within you. You are worthy, and even if you don't even believe it now, think about this, okay? Step back and zoom out from your home, from your neighborhood, from your city, from your country. Keep zooming out until you are out in space, looking down on earth, Okay, imagine billions and billions of stars around you, twinkling everywhere. And now imagine how small people are compared to all that, right? And the fact that someone or something out there, right? Because the universe is sort of like a consciousness. So somewhere, someone or something out there within that consciousness breathed life and created you. It wasn't a mistake, right? It could have been someone else, but you exist because something out there, no matter how small you feel or insignificant compared to this zoomed out view of everything, you do something on a daily basis that ripples out and affects something else. Not even in your own neighborhood, not even in your own city, but maybe in different worlds, in different dimensions, and you aren't even aware of it. Okay, so you are important, you are worthy, you are significant, you have been born for a purpose, okay? So your purpose isn't to function with the mundane, to just be like everyone else, to just be a clone, to function like everyone else. You are meant for more. So don't stop daydreaming, don't stop imagining, don't stop creating. Partake in some sort of art form. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be photography, it can be working with clay, it can be painting, drawing, sketching, digital art, writing, storytelling, making children's books, writing a novel, anything, okay, whatever it is that feels natural to you. Maybe you had specific skills or gifts or talents that you were born with, that maybe you were great at when you were a kid but abandoned. Look into that more. Whatever it is, okay, and if you don't know what your creative talents are, try to partake in anything and everything creative and see what you have fun with, what feels good to you, okay? So start by healing yourself, and art will help you heal because art is created with your heart, okay? Your heart is connected with your emotions, and it's connected with your soul. So by doing something creative, you're also healing your soul in the process, okay? You are being more content, more satisfied, and especially if you find that thing that excites you, you're stepping out of that sadness, you're stepping out of that depression, and that creativity can heal your depression because you will find purpose with what you're doing, okay? For the insight, trust your intuition, okay? And be more rooted with nature. Go out, especially if you sketch or draw and stuff, go out and do that outside somewhere. Okay, sit somewhere in a park, in a forest, by a stream, wherever you feel the most healing, and do your work there. Especially, I mean, if you notice or realize that you love photography, which is a perfect excuse to even go outside, right? You're not gonna do photography indoors all the time with, still life stuff. Go out there and explore. And don't just take images of zoomed out view of like a whole forest or a stream. Try to go deeper. Try to do what is it, macro photography? Zoom in and try to see the world in that miniature and form that we don't even look at all the time, okay? So with magical tools, your magical tools doesn't have to do with actual magic, right? Your magical tools can be the tools you use for your crafts, for your art, for your creativity, okay? And writing should be important, especially if you're trying to step out of this depression or sadness or trauma, whatever it is from the past. Get a journal, decorate it, have fun decorating it. You can decorate with stickers or paints or whatever it is. Decorate it to make you feel like this book is magical and only for you, okay? You don't have to share it with anyone. You don't have to post it on social media. This is your world you're creating, okay? Your personal earth, right? Just like here. Imagine that is you, like in a spiritual form, and this is your physical body, okay? I want you to decorate that journal to showcase your personality, who you are, okay? You can even get magazines or things you have lying around the house, purge if you have to, okay? But before you get rid of those magazines, cut out like images that you feel connected to, okay? It can be fashion, it can be beautiful faces, a pretty eye, even colors, if they're like specific colors that are very inspiring to you, right? Cut that image out and just paste it all around this notebook, okay? And then you are going to write down every day or whenever you feel like those, significant moments in your life or intense emotions. It doesn't have to be negative. It can be really joyful days, okay? Write out what happened, how you felt, and just try to connect with that magical world that you as a child once felt so connected with, okay? Because you are not meant to live in this system. You can exist in it, you can, partake in it, you need to pay your bills and stuff like that, but alongside those things and that way of life, right, because of course we do need to exist in the system, you can still partake in these things that make your soul fly, that brings so much meaning and excitement in your daily life. You don't need to abandon it. And once you partake in this, once you connect with this divine essence, this magical way of living and being, you are then going to attract people, whether they're friends or romantic partners, into your own life, okay? And it's okay if the first one doesn't work out, but they will at least be something more closer to what you do need, right? You will learn from every partnership you have, whether friends or romantic, right? So even if your next relationship isn't the one, you will learn from it, and he or she will be closer to what the one looks like for you than your past relationships, okay? It will be at least somewhat closer, okay? And maybe the next one will be the one, or maybe 2 or 3 down the line will be the one. But don't be sad about it. Just be happy that it's slowly getting to where you need to be, okay? Maybe the next relationship will remind you of something even more, of what you need to change or connect to, right? Maybe they will show you a new way of something or teach you something, a skill or a behavior trait that you need to have to connect more with yourself and be whole with you, so that one day when you do meet your soulmate, you will be that amazing and magical being that you were always meant to be. And you are going to be able to share that with your special someone, okay? So remember that these entities out there in the natural world, they are always with you, okay? They have not abandoned you. And you can always connect with them by going out in nature. Okay, so let us see what guidance you get. Okay. Risk. Learn to grow wherever you are planted. So sometimes risks are necessary. You of course need to weigh out all the pros and cons and things like that. but don't be scared. Everything, in life we learn from, okay? So even if you think you made a mistake, it's not a mistake. You just get to learn from it and make a better decision down the road, okay? So I really hope that this helps you gain some clarity and know what path to take and what you need to change or improve on in order to move forward and get to manifest this person to walk into your life, okay? Because the universe is always working with you. It wants the best for you. Because everything that you feel and experience, the universe feels and experiences. And it doesn't want to experience negativity or sadness, right? It wants to experience the best of itself. And that's why it wants the best for you as well. Okay, so work with what you have and just keep moving forward. Heal, okay? Heal everything from the past and the present, and make your environment and your life a little beautiful oasis, so that when the one comes into your life, he or she is going to feel so amazing within your own little island of what you made your life to be, okay? So I really hope this helps. Remember that you can book a personal reading with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Group 3, and welcome to your reading. So your word was gentle. Okay, so why haven't you found your soulmate yet? You got Earth and Wild. Okay, so the Earth card would represent the Pentacles in the tarot deck. So it feels like this group is maybe a little too wild in the physical sort of way. Maybe you are jumping from one person to another. Maybe you are abusing your body in some sort of way and aren't respective of it. Remember that your body is a temple. What you put in it affects the entire temple, okay? So if you had a beautiful, elegant, amazing house, right? You're not going to clutter it with trash. You're not going to start hoarding and filling every room with things so that you can't even move in it. You're not going to pour, acid all over it, right? So be mindful of what you put in your body, whether it's substances, whether it's toxic food, or food just, unhealthy for you, whether it is people's energies, okay? If you are a woman, and I truly mean woman, okay, biological woman, you are a receiver, right? You take in. Because you take in, be mindful that every time a man, how should I put this, releases inside of you, that is his energy, okay? Like there's literal energy. It's not just physical, it is energetic. It's his energy that you take inside of you, okay? And this energy doesn't get released, it becomes a part of your energy. So do not sleep with someone who you do not want to become. This is why you will see, how should I put this? I can't say certain things because I don't want to be either rude or, have YouTube flag this, but this is why you don't see people that had worked in an adult industry, whether it's professionally or on the street. You don't see them looking naturally beautiful. I'm pretty sure they have things, especially the more upscale ones, right? They have things done to them to look pretty. But if you see them, if you see those who are more natural, right, who don't have the means to cosmetically change themselves, right? So those who work on the streets, They, like in years, like many years later, right, you will see them looking very used up, right? Their skin is, um, their complexion, their skin, it looks horrible. The way they speak is more masculine instead of the more feminine when they first started. They'll just have this look of just being drained, right? Their spirit is just drained because they took in all these energies from all these men, and those energies have become a part of them. Okay, it is very hard to cleanse that out. Okay, especially years doing it. So you need to be aware, especially if you're a woman, of what you are taking into your body. Because another man doesn't want to date or marry, like a straight man, okay, doesn't want to date or marry a woman that has so much masculinity in her. And I don't mean that she's more tomboyish or whatever. Some men will like that, right? But I mean like other men's energies. And when I say energies, it's not just like, this invisible thing. Those energies become their personality. Okay? So if you're doing this, if you are sleeping with all these men, you are basically becoming them. Okay? You are going to start having personality traits, ideas, thought forms, the ways you function similar to those people. Even if it's a one-night stand and you know nothing about them, okay? It's not gonna happen like, all of a sudden. It's going to, of course, through time, it's going to start developing in you. Maybe you're gonna be more masculine. Maybe you're gonna be more, um, angry or vile or abusive or, whatever those people's traits were, you are going to start becoming that. So ladies, you need to be careful of literally what you're putting into your body, what gets released into your body, okay? But in a general form, men and women, be careful of just what you're doing physically to yourself, okay? Because this is not going to be appealing to your soulmate, and they will walk away, and you're going to lose someone that could have been so beneficial, so loving, and so amazing in your life, just because of what you're doing to yourself and the way you're behaving. Okay, no person wants to see someone, a soulmate of theirs, go crazy and wild and, all over the place. And they want someone, I mean, it's okay if you, like to go out and dance and, have a good time. Okay. Group 3, the reason why you haven't met your soulmate yet is because some of you may be wasting a lot of money on stupid things like substances, right? Alcohol, drugs, even cigarettes. Maybe your soulmate, maybe the perfect person for you doesn't like smokers, okay? Maybe you're wasting your money on stupid physical items like, bags you don't need, or very expensive items that you don't need, right? So this could be that you're maybe a too materialistic, right? Because the Earth card, it's connected to the physical, right? So maybe you're too materialistic. Maybe it's you judging yourself having too much judgment on yourself of who you are, the kind of person you are. Or it could be you are too judgmental of others. Maybe your perfect person won't be your standard. Maybe you'll end up falling for someone that is completely different than what you imagined for yourself. So you need to stop judging others, and maybe even breaking things off just for tiny things that could either be improved, changed, or that just won't be an issue in the long run. Right? Maybe you've been sabotaging your relationships because of that. You've been too judgmental with other people. With the temperance here, it says that there needs to be a balance. Maybe you're all about having so much fun, but aren't as responsible, especially with the Ace of Pentacles here. You're maybe not being responsible with your finances. Okay, so you need to be more responsible and have balance. It's okay to maybe get, something a little more expensive if you have, a little extra to spend. Maybe you need to sit down and start organizing your finances. This percentage will go for bills, this percentage will go for food. I'll save, this percentage for luxury items, so try to organize how much, from your paycheck you put into other aspects of your life. That way you always have maybe an emergency fund. You always have a little extra to, just to treat yourself, or to go out on a weekend, or, that way everything is organized, fulfilled, and you have a little for everything. Okay, so try to do that and be more conscious of where you're spending and what you're spending for. Okay, there needs to be a balance. Now, with the Magician and the Tower here, it feels like you... Now, okay, it's going to be different for everyone. Either you are manifesting a collapse in your life because of what you're doing to yourself and within your lifestyle. Okay, you are possibly going to damage it beyond repair. I mean, everything can be repaired, but it may take so much longer, like many years or decades down the line, with how much you are destroying yourself. With others, it could be that with the change that you put into this, you have the ability to, this Tower moment can be the fall of what you're doing, right? So making the conscious decision and effort to stop these things, to get help if you need to, right? Especially if you're an addict of some sort. And remember, addiction doesn't just have to be alcohol and drugs. Addiction can come in many forms. You can have sex addiction, you can have an addiction to constantly eating, right? And it doesn't just have to be that you love food, right? Eating habits, especially people that are obese or overweight, it can stem from a trauma that has occurred in their childhood, and eating is their only way of making them feel better. Okay, so if this is something that feels, that resonates with you, try to go to therapy and uncover what it is that you need to heal and release from you. Okay, so get help if you realize that you are addicted. And the way you can realize this is try to go without it. If you feel like you can't, that your body is craving this, you are addicted. Okay, nothing should possess you. You should be able to have full control over yourself. If you cannot live without something, and I'm not talking about basic needs, I'm talking about, things like chocolate or, constant food, sex, porn, whatever it is. If you feel you cannot live without it, that you need your high, right, then seek help. Because those things are going to destroy any relationship that comes your way, unless you marry someone that has the same sort of addiction, but then you are going to be enabling each other, and that is just going to ruin your life completely. So if you want a healthy, genuine, loyal, beautiful relationship that creates wonders and memories into your life, you need to seek help, okay? So if this is an addiction, seek help. If it's not an addiction and you're just, whatever, doing this for fun or for money or whatever, this needs to stop, okay? You have the power. You're the magician here. You have the power to stop this and to manifest the life you want, okay? The tower isn't something easy that you destroy from your life. It is hard, right? Imagine demolishing an entire building, okay? That is going to create so much debris, so much clutter. It's going to take effort to put everything you need in that building to collapse it down. And then imagine the amount of time it takes to clean everything up and to, refresh that whole area in order to build something new. It takes time, right? It takes effort. It's not easy to do. That's why this is going to be a challenge. But take it one day at a time. Okay, one step at a time. Once you, stop yourself. The moment you see you're heading in that same direction, stop yourself and revert your attention to something else, right? You want to create a beautiful environment, not just in your physical home and your lifestyle, but a beautiful environment within your own body and your own flesh, in order for someone special to walk in and appreciate that oasis, that garden you have cultivated within yourself. And then because that garden is going to bloom into something beautiful, you will have the tools you need, the love inside, in order to share it with someone else. Because you don't want someone to come in and have to fix you and have to babysit you, and you want someone to come in and just accept the love you're willing to share, and for them to give, their love to you that they are willing to share with you, okay? And this is the reason I see now that you got the gentle word here, charm, because you need to be gentle with yourself. You need to stop this wilderness and be more gentle with your body and your flesh, okay? So let's see what advice you get. Okay, so you guys, you got change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. So this relates here to the Tower card, right? Just because you need to end all these things doesn't mean you're ending fun, you're ending, joy in your life. You're just ending the toxicity that is damaging to your life. But the ending of that will signify a new beginning of something more better. Okay, healthy doesn't mean boring. Healthy means thriving at your best so that you can do wonders, make change, work better, right? So let's see, how can you make this change? How can you manifest? Okay, so you guys got interact and relate, community, family, traditions. So you need to connect more with something that is of quality. Okay, you've been participating too much into quantity, right? You've went around and just taken, more and more and more, and something quick, fast, easy. But this is just going to create a shallow way of living, okay? You need to connect more with something deeper. This can be connecting with family, to maybe understand them, to understand where you come from, to truly connect with who you are, where you originate from, what your culture is all about, right? What your nationality is all about, your traditions, family. You need to partake in this in this quality way of life in order to live a more deeper, like in a more deeper way, okay? And you also got tune in and connect, nonverbal communication, intuition, messages. So instead of going out every weekend, try to have family gatherings, family reunions, family game nights, or try to, maybe sometimes try to just sit down with yourself and connect with your own thoughts. Okay, maybe read a book or journal. Do something that connects you on a more deeper level within you, because this wild nature, this, taking in everything and eating crap and sleeping with whoever, this is a cry for help. This is a person that has disconnected with them, with their soul, with nature, so much that they're spiraling out of control. Okay? So you need to gain your control back. Okay, wow. You guys got the meditation. Peace, relief, sanctuary. So this is what you need to aim for, okay? You have disregarded what your soul and your body truly wants or needs, okay? You have abandoned yourself and who you truly are, but just racing for crap you don't need, crap that is destroying you on the inside and that will just destroy your whole life. You're going to have so many regrets if you don't change the way you are and the way you function, okay? Meditation is a great choice. And this relates to the tune in and connect card, okay? There are many meditations that you can find for free on YouTube if you've never meditated before, but it is so simple, okay? The gist of it is, all you have to do, go to a spot, whether it's outside or in your home, somewhere that is totally peaceful and quiet, okay? Somewhere where you won't be disturbed, distracted, or anything, okay? Once you find that spot or place, sit, lay, do it. Like, don't do this when you're tired at night, okay? Do this when you're refreshed so that you don't fall asleep. But find a comfortable position and just close your eyes. Take deep breaths, slow breaths, okay? You want to keep breathing slowly but deeply, okay? If any thoughts come to your mind, just let them pass. Don't focus on them. Don't, tune into them or start thinking about things. Just allow them to pass and just focus on your breathing, okay? That's all you need to do. Close your eyes and focus on your deep and slow breathing. And you're going to get a sense of it like as if your breathing is like a tide in the sea where it comes in and goes, and it's like a sweeping emotion, right? Slow and steady. And just focus on that, okay? Don't think about anything. Try to get to a point where there are no more thoughts coming in, right? Just let them stream past by. Something comes up, okay? Don't acknowledge them, just allow them to just pass by. And continue doing this. You're going to get into a state of total peace. And whenever you're ready after that, you can, open your eyes, take a deep breath, maybe, stretch a little. But try to stay there for as long as you can. There are things that you will be able to start seeing there. Typically, and more often, it's a big eyeball that you're going to see with your eyes closed, okay? And it could be that you're just looking at an eye, or it could be like an eye coming closer and closer to you. But don't be afraid of it. Eventually you're going to go through the eye. And don't even try to imagine this. This is just going to be natural, okay? Maybe you're not going to see an eye. Maybe it's a light, whatever it is. But don't be afraid to move past it, because on the other side is going to be so much more answers, so much more amazement. Nothing can possess you when you're meditating, nothing. You're always in charge of your own body. Your spirit is always connected with your flesh, okay? So there's nothing that's gonna take control of you. All you're doing here is connecting your conscious to your subconscious to your higher self, okay? And you can get divine messages from God or source, whatever you believe in, okay? You can get direct messages. So the longer and more often you do this, you will be able to see more, okay? You're going to be able to see so much. You'll be able to get more answers. Your dreams are going to be more vivid and more, you'll be able to even maybe lucid dream and control your dreams to experience whatever you want to experience. Okay, that is what happens when you connect with your true self, when you choose quality instead of quantity. Okay, so stop spiraling. You need to connect with yourself more in order to live a better and healthier lifestyle. It's going to be a challenge, like the Tower card says, but it's going to be so much more worth it. Okay, so I wish you guys the best of luck. Remember to be gentle with yourself and your flesh. And I really, really hope that you get to be able to create this oasis within your own temple and to manifest this amazing relationship that you do deserve. Okay, so just be gentle with yourself. Take it one day at a time. And maybe your toxic friends that are enabling you to be wild are going to disappear from your life once you start changing. But more amazing friendships are going to come your way. Okay, so this is going to be worth it. So I wish you guys luck, and I'll see you in the next one.